Okay. Am I live? Am I alive? Am I alive? I'm alive. Excellent. I must trust in my heart, in the heart of my cards. I must trust in my cards. I have cards. I love that line. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know I'm live. I know. I ate way too much chicken. I must have had over half a bird of chicken for dinner because I was super hungry. Oh shit, I'll put it in the wrong folder. So what am I doing? Well, I've done another picture, and every picture. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've accidentally cut out a part of this picture. Oh well. It's only a bit of the lettering and wording. It shouldn't be that major, hopefully. Okay. Well, that's just silly. I can't remember what I was watching. I was watching something recently that it's like a new movie or something, and it's just a, I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that's just silly. It did something so outlandish that I was just like, yeah, I'm not. I refuse to participate in this movie anymore. So my brain literally just did the whole thing of just saying, well, it's just it's basically like, fuck you, movie. I'm outies. Okay. There isn't something crawling up my leg. It's just the chair fabric that's basically moving around as I'm moving. But yeah. Okay. Picture's almost ready to post on Discord. I'm literally just messing with a couple of things. Wait, that's not good. It's either fantastic or awful. I can't really tell which. So I'm just going to go with both. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Okay. I just slightly screwed up because I've been drawing for quite a while, quite a long time. But I'm okay with that. Okay. So it's Discord time. Gotta find Discord thing. That's the only problem, although it's not really much of a problem. Quiet tonight. Hope everybody's okay. Hopefully this will get their attention. So where's the original? That's the original. Hey, dude. Hey, Panafox. I hope you like the changes. I just realised I missed out some detailing. Oh. Jeff has. Oh, that's the wrong one. But hey, Jeffers, I'm sending it to you too. Oh, it's having a hard time dealing with the picture for some reason. Right. Oh, come on. So my Gmail is being weird tonight. Battlefox, what do you think? It's also you like the tongue. That's good. I wasn't so sure about the tongue. But I kind of like I said in the last stream, I kind of changed his attitude, you know, because before he didn't really know what to expect, but this time he does know kind of what to expect. So he's just having a bit of fun, you know, squeezing the belly and everything. So yeah. But I'm glad you like it. I'm going to do some critiquing. I just got to figure out what is wrong with my Gmail. For some reason, it's being all funny. That's pretty fun. Good friends. They are. So my skin tag has decided to be all shitty now, which is great. Just when I was all nice and comfortable. But yeah, I just thought it was a bit of fun, especially surprise. Oh, God damn it. I'm not saying anything because I'm waiting for it to happen. I don't know if he's seen it yet. I'm just waiting for the reaction. Do you like how some of the buttons have popped off? I like that. I thought it was a nice touch that I did. I can't really, yeah. But I basically copied the original, all of the original lines, except for I added the bubble. But I was going to say burble, but basically I was running out of space. I should have added food stains and shit. Hate self. Would have made it more authentic. Did you see it? I'm guessing you saw it. It's kind of knocked out. Hey, Wolfie. I don't know. Every time I say "Hey, Wolfie," I keep getting reminded about Jacksepticeye playing Subnautica and how he was like, every time he heard the whales, he'd be like, "Hey, reefies, hey, reefies," because they're reef whales, reefbacks. But yeah, just critiquing the couple of pictures I just did for Panafox, because I did both of them. And yeah, I should have done more with the burp for some reason. It's a blurp. It's not a burp. It's a blurp. But yeah, I did like the tongue. I went a bit overboard with the tongue, but I thought to myself, he's a bull, so he's gonna have a big cow tongue. So it's like, yeah. Didn't he have a tongue in the previous one I did as well? I think he did. Hey, Itchy. Yeah, I did. I put a tongue when he was emptying the beans into pop. I put the tongue on there as well. Oh dear. But yeah, just hey, Itchy, have you seen the picture? The picture, the one with Kingston. I keep forgetting the name. I keep thinking Winston for some reason, but that's, yeah. I was kind of channeling you a little bit then, with the whole listening to the inner noises and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but he's kind of leaning into, they're the same height. Pop and Kingston are the same height, but I wanted to make it clear that basically, Kingston is really leaning in, into Pop's side to get him to belch a lot out. So he's kind of, he's not, he looks very small there. I tried to get his leg to kind of like look like it's kind of like digging into the ground a little bit, but it never worked out quite well. Well, that's not true. It worked quite well with pencil, but the second I added the pen lines in, it made it look. It took all of the momentum. That's it. Took all the momentum out of it. but I think it still works. It's also slightly tilted, but for some reason I cut off a big section. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to talk about with the first picture. I did also add some more detail to his suit a little bit more, and like I said, I popped some of the buttons off of the main stretched area. So yeah, okay. So going into the second picture, and I've got the same kind of background. However, the background. Let's talk background, dude. Yeah, I thought you'd like the pose. And you too, Itchy. I thought you'd like the pose too. Like I said, it is very much inspired by you. So yeah, rocking the pose. Oh yeah, the long Santa Gandalf pipe. I don't like it. I really don't. It doesn't taste right, and it gets incredibly hot. So yeah, I'm not liking it so much. But then again, yeah, I had a moment earlier. I had a moment yesterday when I fired it up, and it was very chill. But I just couldn't finish it because it got too hot, and I was just finishing it now. Yeah, okay, so the picture. So the second picture, or the last picture, however you want to see it. Oh wow, the streaking looks really bad on that one bit. Yeah. So let's just start with the background. The background is a take on the outside of the on the original. I tried to do the outside of the Mexican place. However, like I said, the place has been renovated, so it looks a little bit different. The sign's been taken down from the window. However, it's the same window. It's the same kind of like semi-stained glass, the checkered glass. It's very hard to tell with black and white pictures. But yeah, they've had a little bit of a renovation, and it's kind of ruined because, as you can see, the door frame has actually been prized open a little bit to let Pop out because he's a bit too wide, the door frame. So yeah, I kind of made it so it looked like the sign is actually broken off because it cracked the door frame so much that the sign's actually broken off a little bit. The hair effects didn't work out so well on Pop. I'm not super happy with that, but it's kind of not noticeable given the subject matter, I guess. And also the lighting effect. I've just noticed that I just did. Basically, it looks a bit. Everything looks very the same shade, and it's a little bit annoying. But it was the only way I could get the lighting to do the whole, light and dark thing. I mean, they are being bleached out anyway by daylight, so there's that. But yeah, okay, and of course, posing wise, I always wanted to do Pop on his belly. I was always going to do that for the last picture because he's too big, and when he is partially inflated like he is at the moment as well, he's extra big, and he's just kind of trying not to roll onto his face again. By the shifting weight in him. So yeah, it's kind of a effect. The eraser, I used the eraser to make the gas lines, and that worked. But then I kind of screwed it up a little bit with the pencil. But you can kind of tell what's happening. And of course, Kingston's pose is Just something that I kind of like. I didn't plan on, but once I started I was going to draw him in a a very obvious pose, but instead I drew the after effect because I thought it'd be more funny. You know, when things go from, you know, if things are going to be, if there's a choice between funny and sexy, I choose the funny every time. If it can be funny and sexy, that's great. But I went for the funny option as opposed to the more kind of like sexual side of things. So yeah, I've got a little cross on. I've got like the cross on his eyes and everything, and it's kind of like he is knocked out, but he's very much happy. I got the little tiny tongue sticking out as well. The tip of his tongue is sticking out, and he just is. He's blissfully happy. So yeah, he had fun. So yeah. I got Pop. Pop is kind of like smirking as well. I thought that was funny because it's like he's kind of stuck there. You know, he was being rolled partially out the door, and he didn't make it to wherever they were going to go. So yeah. So yeah, that's the picture. What do you guys think of it? What do you think? Yeah. But no, this was very fun. I was only going to do the one picture. However, I did it quite fast. The first picture. I already had a brief layout done for the. I mean, for the third picture. I already had a brief layout done for it, and it was kind of a thing of like all I had to do literally was shading. And the writing, and by the time I'd finished doing that and it came to doing the inking, I was just like it happened very fast. You know, the inking was very fast. It was basically done by the time I basically had music on in the background. I think that's what it was. Instead of watching a YouTube video, which is or just TV on in the background, what I did instead was I just had I had some music on in the background, and that basically sped up my drawing process a lot. However, it has kind of ruined my eyes for the night, but luckily I don't need my eyes anymore. But yeah, so when I finished doing it, I was kind of like, and I was happy with it. I basically was like, I'm just going to do the layout for the next picture, and that'll be it. I think I'll just do the layout, and then I'll post the first picture and do a quickie sickie live stream, and basically that'll be it. However, it came, you know, when I did the layout happened. I did the layout within 5 minutes. It's the fastest I've ever done with the layout, and you know, I started drawing the background just to put in the background, to put in exactly what he's leaning against and stuff. And I was like, if I finish this bit, then at this time, then basically I'll keep going. I'll start doing the shading, and if I finish the shading by that time, then I'll start doing the inking. And if I do the inking by that time, then I'll start doing the details. And and like I said, it kept happening. So yeah. It happened all very, very, very quickly. I didn't rush it by any means. So yeah, I think it might literally be just working with black and white and pencil and pen. You know, going back to the olden days when it was just these two guys. You know, things don't take me a couple of hours. They take me like about an hour or an hour and a half instead, and it's a lot. It's a lot easier. So not having to worry about colors is also something. See what I mean about the color blindness thing? It's just it's so much easier. But yeah, how do you guys think it compares to the previous one? Do you think that he enjoyed his reunion? You know. It's still coming out also. I'm glad you like it, Panafox. I really am. It was a lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun to revisit a work and it being kind of, you know, it not being a chore, you know, because sometimes some drawings can feel like a chore, especially for when they're for either certain people or for like certain subjects that you just don't want to draw, you know. But this didn't feel like a chore at all. This was a lot of fun figuring out where people are posing and stuff. So yeah, always fun feeding Pop. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit of too much TMI here. You may notice that I'm in a very good mood and I'm feeling a lot better. And that might have something to do with the fact that basically Damon fed me some chocolates and then he cooked me food and then he rubbed my belly to completion. So I'm super happy. And then I had a shower and that, you know, that always lightens the mood a little bit. So I'm in a very good place right now. So yeah, take advantage of this. I can't see my depression at all right now. It's all very, very good. Even the fact that I'm up way past my bedtime is actually a good thing. But then again, it's because I had eaten a whole chicken. So yeah, I was very, very yeah. Hey, Dreamy. Hi, Howard. Well, yes, you did that quick stuff. Well, like I said, I think it was the fact that I wasn't distracted. Um, I wasn't distracted as much, and the fact that I was using older materials, you know, going back to what I was always best at, and back to basics. That basically I managed to knock these ones out, and apparently successfully. So I'm happy with that. I am noticing now that I'm looking at it that the window is slightly crooked, but yeah, don't look at the window. Just yeah. Oh, bye, Itchy. What happened? I'm happy that you love doing it. Well, you know, like I said, it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. So yeah. Brought my belly to completion. Wiggles up. So I'm yeah. If you want details on that, I could give you details, but I probably would get taken off of YouTube, so I'm not gonna do that. That was very sweet of Damon. Yeah, that was very sweet. So the pics on Discord, they were cool. Well, I'm glad. You know, I do like both versions. I do like both versions, but given Pop's new size and everything, it definitely added a little bit of a challenge to everything. You know. Oh God. Okay, everybody's talking to me on Discord now. Oh, Zamo's posting some stuff on. Right. Pop is a big guy. He is. Very much so. Sorry. Your ear keeps popping. Oops, sorry about that. Pressure fluctuations, maybe. Okay. So my Discord done. Oh. So yeah, I feel like I've accomplished something with this picture as well. You know, I really do. I really like this feeling. It's a very satisfying feeling. You know, when you finished an artwork and basically the person that wanted it really likes it. You know, it's basically like it's a very it's very satisfying feeling. So yeah. So especially since it just happened as well. So I just finished it as well. So yeah. What's next is I've got a human commission to do, and then I might do the Boulder picture. And I'm thinking about basically making it into its own little series as well. Just his, hibernation. I don't know what to call it. Is that a taffy pipe? Because it looks like it's a church warden. It's my church warden. It's the strongest one I got. However, it's not. It's kind of it kind of feels a little bit fake because this is metal. So basically, that's the problem. I used to have I've had a couple of church wardens in the past, and they're kind of a novelty, but yeah, it's usually a nice cool smoke because the smoke has time to cool down when it goes through the pipe before it gets to your mouth. So it's functional, I guess. But yeah, it's or hobbit pipe. Somebody calls it hobbit pipe, but I know they call it a hobbit pipe. But yeah, I have the problem of basically I don't know what it is, but inevitably I will sit on my church warden. I don't know how I do it, but I end up sitting on it, and I break the stem. So yeah, I got this one. I ordered this one online because I read that it had a metal stem, and it's even got like a little thing that goes around this part that basically is a little feather because it's based off of a traditional Indian pipe. So yeah, so this one, even if I do sit on it, I'm not going to break it. What did Dal cook do? Dal didn't cook anything. Damon cooked. Damon cooked some chicken. We had some pre-seasoned chicken in the freezer that I wanted. So yeah. So nice pipe. You said it gets hot. Yeah, the stem gets incredibly. Not the stem. The bowl actually gets incredibly hot just at the bottom, which is annoying because that's where you are supposed to hold it. So when I when I use it, I end up having to hold it like that, which is apparently what you do with clay pipes and the carved pipes, the white carved pipes. But yeah, they're the what are they called? They're not calabashes. They're the meerschaum pipes. Yeah, you're supposed to hold them by like that. Because if you hold them by the bowl, like you do every other pipe, then basically what ends up happening is that your the natural skin oils that you have will stain the whiteness of it, and it'll turn a kind of like a creamy color, and then it will turn kind of like an amber color. So yeah, you're supposed to hold them like that, really. But yeah, it gets hot. Watch out, wide load, heavy cargo. Exactly. It's the same thing I used to do with my glasses. I used to do that with my glasses. I basically would, before I got these foldable glasses, in this case, this case is incredibly sturdy. By the way, I stood on this case fairly recently, and it didn't break. So yeah. Whenever I had regular glasses, I basically would either leave them somewhere, like on a bus or train or work, or I would basically I ended up sitting on them. I don't know how it happens, but I ended up sitting on them. I have no idea what the deal is with that, but I would end up sitting on them. By the way, does anybody remember when those glasses came out that were supposed to be super durable? You could basically kind of crunch them up, and then they would spring back again. Does anybody remember those ones? Because I tried those because basically I was forever basically breaking my glasses, and they're not cheap. Made out of memory metal. Yeah. Yeah, so you remember those. Okay. They do bend. They do bend. It's bullshit what they tell you. They do bend. They don't just spring back. Yeah, what happens is they bend a little bit, and when you put them on again, they feel crooked on your face, and then if you set them again, then and you cause a crease, then basically that's it, they're fucked. So basically, I stopped wearing glasses full time, and I basically only wear them whenever I'm drawing something, or whenever basically whenever I'm not like on the computer, if I'm reading something on my phone or an actual book or something. So yeah, I just wear them when I need to. It does make for some interesting conversations because basically, although my monitors are fairly far away from my face to the point where I can read and stuff, it's still a bit blurry. And I know people hate this, but if I meet somebody online and they send me a picture of themselves, then basically I'm looking at their picture on my phone or I'm looking at it on the computer, and it's a bit blurry. You know, I can't see their features very well. So I'm not wearing my glasses. So when I see them in a bar or something, I might not recognize that person because, you know, they're far away. I can see them perfectly clearly. They don't, but they might not match the blurry picture that I've just seen. So yeah, it's a bit annoying, but it's not killing me or anything. So that's something. It does mean that when I wear my glasses now, it does kind of like screw my vision a little bit, but not super much, just a little bit. And that pipe is done. False representation. Well, again, not entirely, because I did put my entire weight on them when I sat down on them twice. So yeah. But yeah, I thought to myself, like, when I first got them, I was actually amazed and very happy with them, and I actually like kept them. You know, I kept putting them in my pocket because they could fit in my pocket and kind of like be squished in my pocket and not be that worried about them. But yeah, like I said, when I sat on them the first time, they forever were kind of semi-crooked. They didn't look crooked, but I can feel that they were crooked on my face. So I was like, no. But yeah, basically I sat on them again, and I made a crease somewhere on the actual on the bendable metal parts. And when you make a crease, it basically is permanently kind of creased. It's like that. It's not straight anymore. It's like that. I've weakened the metal. So basically, yeah, they were fucked. So yeah, for about a month or two, I basically didn't wear glasses and was just looking around for glasses. And then I did some work experience with the volunteer agency at a shop, at a supermarket, a kind of like a pharmaceutical supermarket place. I was just in the stockroom, but basically it's called I think it's called Superdrug or something. And yeah, I saw these in the back. They basically were on a little, you know, glasses thing at the back of the store. And I was like, these are great. I'm going to just pick them off the shelf. And, you know, I'm pretty sure it was more than 7 years ago. So, you know, statute of limitations. I stole these. I stole these from the shop. I basically just picked them up and I took them into the back. And I basically, I read the paper while I was having my lunch in the break room. And I didn't put them back. So yeah, I removed the stickers off them, and I've kept them ever since, and they have worked amazingly. It is creepy how good my vision is when I put them on. You know, everything's so clear in front of me. You know, It's like everything's far away, because again, I'm farsighted, so basically I can see very good. I've actually got very good long distance vision, but close up, I'm shit. I cannot see. So yeah, these are good. These things are really good. Plus, they're really cool, even though they're unisex, so they're kind of a little bit gold. They're really cool because you can actually use them as a magnifier. If I just did this, then I can actually use this as a magnifier, because it's the both of the lenses together, and they actually magnify well, it's like a magnifier, and this prevents them from touching the paper. And yeah, so these go down, these come out there, and you push them together and you get glasses. And then these are extendable. And if you're wondering about the rubber bands, they're to keep them on my face. They're to actually keep them on my face. Oh my god, it's creepy how clear everything is. But yeah, they're not supposed to be magnifiers, but you can use them as magnifiers. But it's just weird, you know. Yeah, because they don't have a hook, because they're telescopic, they don't have a hook, so they don't stay all over your ear. That's why the rubber band, I basically just broke a rubber band in half and I wrapped it around each end, and it basically keeps them on my face. They don't fall off immediately without the rubber band. They kind of just slide slowly down my nose. But yeah, so yeah, these are my glasses, and they're incredibly compact. And you know, when I go out and stuff, I usually keep them in my top pocket of my overshirt. And like I said, the case is incredible. This little case is incredible. It's got a dent on it from where I actually stood on it. But this little case it's taken all of my weight at once on 1 foot. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, the crooked glasses on. When you notice your glasses are crooked, it's infuriating, you know, because it's just like you don't notice it, yeah, and you kind of try to put it to the back of your mind because they don't look crooked on your face, but you're like, are they crooked on my face? Do they look crooked on my face to other people? Even though you've just been to the mirror and checked. But while they're talking to you, you'll just be thinking, don't think about the glasses, don't think about the glasses, don't think about the glasses. And it's just, you do. So yeah. Luckily, I sat on them again before it drove me completely insane. So yeah, that's neat. They look so cute on YouTube. Oh, thank you. I do think I look better with glasses, but you know, anything to cover the face. That's a very sturdy case. It is. It's incredible. It's like it's bulletproof. Bullyproof? Yeah, it's bullyproof and bulletproof. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's Saturday tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing for the weekend. But yeah, if me and Damon aren't doing anything, then most likely I will be working on the grammar commission, because I've got a human commission for something on grammar. But then I will be also working on the Boulder picture. And I've got a feeling that basically he's in hibernation. He's in hibernation for 2 months. Basically, at the end of February, I'm going to start drawing him again. So I figured that basically maybe once a week I will try to draw him, because, like I said, Boulder's got a interesting quirk to him, and it's kind of a weird one. It's a little bit of a weird one. I've already explained it in the last stream, but let me just explain it again. Boulder amasses energy naturally just from his surroundings, and basically he amasses the good feelings, good vibes. Basically, that's where his energy comes from. He's because he's an earth mage. He's basically the gem in his belly button basically means that he's always got a supply of mana, and it's always regenerating, but he needs somewhere to store it, and it needs to be kind of like a biological thing, and he has chosen to basically store it in his tummy. So basically, whenever somebody feels especially good or has just generally good vibes, it kind of trickles into him a little bit. And that's one of the things he does when he meditates. He just thinks about good thoughts. He thinks good thoughts, and it doesn't make him fly, but it just it builds up his mana reserves. And unless he uses this mana, this energy, the surplus in his belly, basically, it will just, he has to use it in a spell, incantation, curse, whatever you want to call it. It basically will build up. And the thing about him being in hibernation is that he will amass this power. And it's a bit weird because basically, like, when he goes to sleep, that's where Pop got his fancy boiler suit. By the way, it's from Boulder's. It's Boulder's pajamas. He wears those in bed because when he goes to bed, he basically and has good dreams. He basically will amass the mana from that and wake up very round. So of course now he's in hibernation. He basically he will naturally get puffy anyway, but basically he's also got people looking after his place and watching over him. He's got friends that are watching over him, and visiting him while he's unconscious. Basically, this sounds very dodgy, and he will kind of get puffy. So the picture a week thing is also kind of like a slow, gradual sleeping bear inflation story. So yeah, it's almost a limit tester, I guess. So yeah, that's the backstory to the Boulder picture. So like I said, every week I'm going to draw another Boulder picture of him basically asleep and somebody visiting him. So yeah. And Itchy, if you're back, I don't know if you'll be back or not, but if you are back, basically I think he's given you a key. He's given a few people keys. He's given you a key. He's given Brugger a key, which is Jeffrey's character, and he might have given Dreamy a key as well. Basically, so that they can come and visit him and make sure his place is okay while he's asleep. So yeah. So I'm basically taking kind of requests from people. I've already got like 3. I've got 3. So I've got 3 weeks of people lined up. Yeah. But yeah. I've already come up with a kind of thing. Taz can set his bed up in to have vines that will wake up if he reaches a certain size. I mean, that's a good one. He does have a failsafe, but I haven't really worked out how this works yet. Basically, if he's in danger of rupturing, the gem basically makes him very stretchy in the first place, so that he can actually amass a lot of mana. But if he's basically in danger of rupturing, then I've basically, even though the gem is kind of fused into his belly button, it kind of can pop out and kind of act as a kind of release valve, I guess. So yeah. But the problem is that I think I set up that failsafe because when he's in hibernation, it's almost impossible to wake him up. That's why he needs people to go in and check on him, or check on his place. So yeah. And by the way, it's a cave. He lives in a cave that's very much like a hobbit hole. It has a front door and everything. It's a cave, but basically he's civilized. It's got a front door, and his bedroom he doesn't sleep on a bed. It's kind of a big shelf with a mattress on it that's in the back of the cave. So yeah. Like I said, he is a very true bear. He basically he stays awake for Christmas, gorges himself, and then basically at Christmas and potentially sometimes New Year's, and then he wanders into the cave and has a couple months of hibernation. So yeah. But then he doesn't sleep, so that's something. I mean, I like the idea of the vines. Maybe I'll do that for 1 week when it's your picture. Like he hasn't had people. Like I said, he hasn't had people before. He hasn't had when he's done the hibernation thing. He kind of just has done it and not told anybody about it, so that basically people just think he's at home. But this year, because he has some trusted friends, he basically does have people that can actually come and check on him. But like I said, his mana is supplied by people's good vibes. So if basically people are going to come in and check on him, then there'll be, whatever good vibes that they're carrying with them basically will fuel the mana. So he'll probably get slightly more puffier than usual, which is quite puffy anyway. He fills basically half of his bedroom up with himself when he wakes up, usually after 2 months. So yeah. I used the tablet today. Oh, how was it? Does it work? I'm not getting one for Christmas like I thought. Apparently my present was on back order, so basically yeah, and it wasn't the thing that I thought it was. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys yet, but basically it's not what I thought it was. It's nothing that I need. It's just it's kind of a toy. But yeah, the backstory is so cute, Tubbs. I'm glad you like it, Jeff. and you'll be able to witness it because, you know, like I said, Brugger is one of the people. So yeah, it's going to be a tiny, like a tiny comic strip. I've got to make this into a YouTube video. I just realized. This latest video, the latest pictures. Basically, I made the first set of pictures into a YouTube video, and I could do the same to this one as well. Sorry, just something funny. Right. I did ask how the tablet was, but I don't think I'm going to get a response just yet, which is fine. You know, I did want to know how it was, but yeah. There was somebody mean a couple of weeks ago. That somebody mean commented on something on an old DeviantArt picture, basically saying like that my artwork is so crap compared to this person. You know, not them, not the person that commented, but actually somebody else. And it was a case of like you know, very much digital art that was done on a tablet and stuff like that. And you know, looking at the piece of work that they commented on, it was like yeah, you can tell that basically that it's been very much touched up and edited and stuff. And mine looks like it's been drawn, and it's like, yeah. So I had to respond to this person, and I kind of wish that I just never talked to them because it made me feel really crappy. Because I was like, first of all, this is my unique style that I perfected after a while, you know. So basically, it's not going to be the same as somebody else's style. And second of all, that person has a tablet. That person has a drawing tablet. From the looks of it, a really expensive, really nice one. You know, and I don't have that. You know, I'm not saying that I'll be able to do what this person has done if I had a tablet, but I could get damn near close, you know? So yeah. But I really do want a tablet, but they're just so freaking expensive. So yeah, it's like I'm not even gonna bother right now. I don't understand why people do that. Well, I get a lot of bad comments anyway, but it's not, you know, they're just bad comments. They don't mean anything. You know, it's not like I'm cutting my wrists over or anything. The internet has some strange hate. Oh fuck! Oh, sorry. The internet has some strange hatred for traditional art methods. Sometimes I've seen it both ways. You know, I've seen people basically, the traditionalists, basically moan at people for basically. If I basically did have a tablet, then I bet you that somebody's going to moan about how, you know, my art was way better when I did just traditional artwork. So I've seen it both ways. It's not. It's just that, you know, both sides are bad to each other, in my opinion. I appreciate all the art. Oh fuck. I appreciate all the art. So yeah, it's a thing. By the way, hi FMF. I just I don't know if I said that yet. So, oh, okay, I get it. I'm tired. I get it. I'm actually tired. I'm just not sleepy. Yeah. People are gonna bitch about whatever's gonna happen. So, yeah. Eventually, I'll get a tablet. Eventually, I will get like a drawing tablet, a proper drawing tablet, but it's just not yet. The problem with the drawing tablet, of course, is that I'm going to have to figure out how to fucking use it for a while, which is great. I'm not looking forward to that. But no, I keep seeing, there is the, you know, all artists have this. Okay, so if you're an artist or an aspiring artist, then you're not alone, and this happens to even the people that basically you're thinking of. But yeah, for so long, I basically, you know, I do look at a bunch of furry art and regular art as well, and it's just, yeah, I do all the time think to myself, their art is so much better than mine. And again, it's you know, if you're an artist or an aspiring artist, that's fine. That's we all get that. All of us get that. Even the greats, you know, have gotten that. Van Gogh never thought that he did anything great. You know, he thought that all of his stuff was shit. Yeah, but Picasso was slightly up his own ass. But yeah, at the beginning of his beginning art career, he basically wasn't that thrilled about his stuff either. Oh God. But I mean, like, I'm just talking about just general artists and stuff. And yes, I often look at pictures and think to myself that their work is so much better than mine, and I'm not going to be able to do this and stuff like that. But what you think, but what you've got to think instead is that basically, that, you know, you got to try to dig up some confidence and basically just say to yourself, maybe if I had the right materials, I could do that. You know, because basically it's not so you're not really admitting defeat or anything, and you shouldn't. You know, basically just say to yourself, with the right materials, I'm sure I could at least come close. Maybe. You know. Oh, I know a fantastic artist. She's really great. She does actual watercolor paintings. And she was looking at she basically was moaning about the fact that, like, this was way back when I only just met her, but she was moaning about the fact that she wouldn't be able to recreate this. Oh fuck, I forgot what his fucking name is. But there's a really great classical artist that basically did amazing watercolor pieces, and she was moaning about the fact that she'd never be able to do that. She'd never be able to do that. It's crazy, you know. It's a lot of detail and stuff like that. And I think her particular problem was that she lacked patience. You know, she basically lacked the patience to actually like you know to put the hours in. I think that was mainly the main thing. But you know, all of her smaller art pieces were pretty good. It's just that when it came to doing the big art pieces, she basically lacked patience and rushed things to get the picture done faster. But that's just the teacher and me talking. Shut up. Not you guys, me. Yeah, she basically was lamenting that she'd never be able to draw this. You know, she'd never be able to do this. And like a couple of years after, you know, after she said that, like she was given an assignment of basically trying to recreate this person's artwork, and she never thought she'd be able to do it. But after a couple months, she basically pretty much nailed it. I mean, it looks amazing. It's slightly lighter, but apart from that, I think it might just be aging on the older picture, on the original, you know. But it's a very nice. It was so cool. It was a very nice recreation, and like and I loved it. And she fucking hated it because she kept noticing things that were different in that one, and I kept saying to you know, I kept saying to her that basically. You know, even if it's not a perfect replica of this painting, and I know that's what you're going for, but if you look at it without, you know, forget about the original, it's amazing. You know, you've outdone this painter in some aspects of this painting. It's great. Why are you complaining? But yeah, so like I said, every artist has this. Every artist has this. I mean, and you know, I'm very self-aware of it. Whenever I do drawings, I'm sorry if I'm boring anybody, by the way. I know I'm talking and just talking, but in almost every single one of my drawings, I basically don't like parts of it. You know, even if I like the overall picture, I will always kind of like look at things that I've drawn and think to myself, that's wrong. I don't like how that is. One of my favorite pieces that I've done myself has been the Satisfied 5 picture, after the Thanksgiving Vor picture, and I really like that piece. But it's just that it's very dark, and I could have put a background in it. But like I said, it's one of my favorite drawings that I've done. But I'm forever picking it apart because basically it's my own work. So yeah. So yeah. Till the artists out there, or aspiring artists. By the way, I hate that word. I hate using that term, aspiring artists, because basically, if you can doodle, you're an artist. You know, if you've ever doodled, you're an artist. You know, you don't have to have a portfolio to be an artist. But yeah, if you've done a doodle, then basically you're an artist. So yeah, to all the artists out there, basically, don't be discouraged by thinking that you're never going to be as good as somebody else, or looking at other people's artwork and thinking that they're way better than you. Like, that's not how to be an artist. You know, don't judge yourself based on what others have done. It's not a thing. Just go out there and do the best you can, and basically, if you make a mistake, learn from it. Stuff like that. All the good things. Okay. I need to find and upload the doodles I did when I used to draw a lot. Some of them were pretty good. I'm sure they were great. Did you put them on Fur Affinity? Did I see? You know? Did you have anything on Fur Affinity that was your own work? You got me curious now. Speaking of things, I got more mail. Oh, it's not mail. It's just somebody's watching me. Woo. Aimbook practice. Well, you got a tablet now. How is the tablet, by the way, Padafox? I did ask that earlier, but I know you're busy. I know you're busy. So I'm trying to find your page, and the best way that I can do that is by going to the picture that I did for you, because I've mentioned you, I think. God, how long ago was it? There you are. Ooh, I haven't seen this picture. I saw the Halloween one. I haven't seen the Christmas one. Which is weird because I'm watching you, so it should be in my subscriptions. I don't know. I did check them. So they're in scraps. Dude, did you get Tanio to do you some artwork? Jesus. I can't afford anybody. I can't afford to commission anybody. So basically, I just, you know, I offer to do trades and stuff sometimes. Oh, I see. I think I see. Yeah. Dude, it's pretty good stuff. You definitely got forms down. You definitely got forms down. Oh, it's great. I'm so jealous of you, dude. You got Tanya to do some more work. I got a feeling somebody's watching me. It's like a wall's missing from our apartment. No, it looks cool. Why are some of these are really good? Well, you know, they're pretty good. Hot tubs in the hot tub. See, I'm looking at Tanya's stuff. I'm thinking to myself, it's like, oh my god, his stuff is so good. Bastard. It's fun and the sensitivity is great. Awesome. I mean, does it work on? Yeah, that's awesome. I want one. Yeah, that one. The ones that were the best were the ones I was patient with. Right. Sorry, dyslexia. and you know, general tiredness. I couldn't read words just then. The ones I was patient. Yeah, well, like I said, they're pretty good. You definitely got forms down. You know, people, you know, forms, figures, proportions, and stuff. So don't have to worry about any of that stuff, which is like most of the time is the hardest part. But yeah, God, I nearly went into full teacher mode and basically just was like, I was going to lecture you about what you should work on and shit, and I'm just not. I'm aware when I do that, and I hate myself. I hate hearing myself do that. So I'm sorry. But yeah. How far back? I'm really behind on my uploads to Fur Affinity. The last thing I've got down was the single file picture. We're not even on the Boulder picture yet. The Boulder rescue plan picture. But yeah, like I said, FMF, it looks good. Do you want to trade? Do you want to do trades? Yeah, the Boulder rescue pictures are coming up. The next things that are coming up. So how many have I got to do upload? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 pictures to upload to Fur Affinity. So I'm a little bit behind. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be done. It's fine. Yeah. I don't trust myself for trades. Don't trust yourself for trades. I have tried, then got too busy and left someone hanging. Oh, I understand that. I do understand that. Basically, I've only ever done it like once, maybe twice. Where basically somebody's asked me to do something, and I didn't write it down, or I've just put it in. I put it in my notes, and then I deleted my old notes, and then completely forgot. And I felt really guilty because I didn't have I didn't have the note anymore, so I had no record of this person asking me to draw something for them, even though they potentially paid me. And yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, so did they pay me? I don't know if they paid me. But yeah, nobody like nobody yelled at me about it or anything. So basically, it's a thing, and I just sent the money back, and I was just like, sorry, could you send me the request again? And I never got anything back. So yeah. But that was a while ago. The most recent one was earlier last year. Last year, about a year ago now. Then somebody asked me to do something, and then I asked for details, and then they gave me details, and I didn't write them down. And when it came to doing that picture, I forgot completely that they had given me details. And I was like, oh, well, that person hasn't given me details, so I'll move on to the next thing. And then, yeah. But, yeah. But with me, you don't have to worry about that, because basically, like, you know, if you've forgotten, then I'll totally understand, or I'll remind you or something. And I don't expect a time limit or anything. I'm very laid back. So if you did want to trade, then that's fine. If you just want to request something, and basically I might give you a subject to draw, then you know I'm totally okay with that. Anyway, Dreamy's off, and don't go anywhere, Dreamy. Dreamy's off, and I've got to go to bed at some stage before the sun comes up because it's getting to that time now. So yeah. So I'm just going to do this clean belly rubs because I've had a shower, and belly salute, guys. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. If not in the day, then sometime in the future. I don't know. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with me, and I'm glad, Panda Fox, I'm glad you liked your picture. It was super fun to do, and I think it came out okay. But yeah, there might be a YouTube video of it later, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, toodles for now, guys, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.